In this video, we're going to be taking a look at some more Seedance 2.0 4K footage from Higsfield AI.
This place is unreal. There goes my credits.
Its big blue eyes, when opened, can see.
Alright, so first things first, before we get started, I am going to demonstrate how to do this real quick. Alright, because honestly, I'm getting a lot of beginners here in the comment section. But I'm going to use Higsfield right now, and I'm just going to copy and paste my prompt right here. So I basically just go to video, create a video, right? I know they have a lot of tools, but just stick with that, and it's going to take you to this page. And if you don't have any medias, you just paste your prompt, right? For the model, we're going to select Seedance 2. And for this one, I'll make it 15 seconds, 4K, 16:9. And we have high bitrate or standard, right? Less compression, larger size is what we want. So I'm going to generate this. And while that's generating, we will discuss, so you can see this is going to be generated up here. We'll discuss now about the test, right? So I'm separating these two. I'm gonna do like nature stuff, documentary style, some vivid images first, as you saw in the beginning. But let's talk about this here. I've been getting a lot of questions about, hey, why did you swap to Seedance, whatever. I want you to imagine having this shot in your script, and I want you to strategize how you're gonna go about doing this. All right? Just think about it. Well, you're probably thinking in your mind right now, you're going to do some liquid simulation. We're not talking about real-time liquid simulation because this looks really good. Cinematic liquid simulation. So you're probably going to use some software that's going to take days to render on your computer. That's going to take away your computer, right? Or if you're at work, it's probably going to take a couple of days to render something like this. It's honestly a no-brainer as to why a lot of people are starting to turn towards AI filmmaking like Seedance 2.0. All right, because this shot right here, even CGI, just the way the boat moves, the way it hits the water, this is not a, how much is it? 330 credits shot. Okay, that's not how much that will cost you. And this text right there, I could have solved that if I actually had a reference of the boat itself. But this is just text. This is just text, people. Let's look at another one. Shallow water, caustics, beach, sand. Oh, that's not all. We're gonna have some type of interaction with the human that's walking towards the camera. Oh, on top of that, cloth physics. So let's start calculating the effort that this would take you if you were doing this in a software. All right. Once again, because that's the biggest question right now that people keep asking me, like, why? Let me show you. Whitewash hitting that shoreline. I mean, actually, she even has a little bit of chest physics if you look at it, right? And we're all adults here. So, you know, we're doing this for science. Cloth physics, a little bit of chest physics, some hair physics. This is 4K resolution. And this is only 2.5. This looks incredible. And again, one of the things that I'm noticing with 4K is that that face is staying a lot more consistent than my 720p. And I'm going to show you the 720p later if you haven't seen something similar. All right. Again, you render this for cinematics, because that's where I'm coming from. I didn't come from a regular, real filmmaking, right? That is absolutely incredible. All right, let's take a look at the shot. I love this shot. Absolutely love this shot. Oh, it's beautiful. All right, so just a disclaimer, I render this with film in mind. So if you are thinking commercial, saturated, I have the frog for that. But this here, I want cinematic, you know, grain, lifted shadows, some nice saturated, but not too saturated green foliage, you know, that some God rays in there, some water going. Like, this is what's crazy about this guys. Like, I can literally sit here and turn on my mic and I can just say, hey, I got this scene of a woman riding a horse. Give me some God rays. You know, you have some nice trees, but not too saturated. Lift the shadows up. You have this creek going through, and she is riding a horse through all of that. And I kid you not, in 10 minutes, this is it. Okay? And we are nitpicking the out of this, people. Seedance 2.0 has only been out for 4 or 5 months, coming up 5 months. We are nitpicking the heck out of this right now. We have the horse trudging through the water. We have the horse's, what do you call that? Booty hair, you know, going through the water as well. That is, yo. Again, do that with traditional animation. It's crazy. Look at this. This is beautiful. It gives it that softness there. It's not overly sharp, because that's not my style. I don't like overly sharp stuff. You know, you got some edge softness in there. Got some nice flares going on, people. This is again the ugliest it's going to look. Got some nice reflection. The clouds are reflecting right there. You can see through that water. Absolutely. If you're a graphic nerd, you probably feel the same way. All right, so my first couple of 4K videos, people were like, bro, that is so muted. Okay, so that's by choice. All right, so here's some saturated stuff for people out there who like saturated stuff. All right, let's look at this water droplets here. We have this frog animating. So my kind of use case for this test is more like documentary. Wildlife documentary type of deal. And that's what we're testing out. And it's crazy is like, you don't have to get close to these animals anymore to take their photos and potentially endanger them or endanger yourself. And that is big. We can talk about this frog, you know, like just like that at home. Got some nice flares in there. And I know a lot of people are like, yo, you're doing the flares a little bit too much. Well, I want to see how that reacts, okay? Because I want to see how that reacts. Because if you look at this right here, the tip of the nose, once that light hits that, the lens hits the camera sensor and it overexposes that area. And that's what you're seeing right there. It washes it out. You actually see the exposure changing, which is what's supposed to happen in real life. If you're a photographer, videographer, you're going to see it. Boom, right there. The exposure change right here. those little itty bitty things make a lot of difference when you're trying to sell realism. Obviously, I haven't touched this because this is all from Higsfield's UI here. I didn't color grade this or anything like that. So, all right, not that one. So let's do this one right here. I'll mute this up real quick and press play. I absolutely love this shot as well. Again, we're going for rainbow. Yo, give me a rainbow beside a freaking waterfall with a girl, you know, riding a horse, and she steps down and then she looks at the waterfall and then she gives this look. Again, we're going for a nice soft image. We're not going for over saturated, you know, and this image right here is actually a photo from GPT-2 that I generated also in Higsfield, and it's a 2K. If I remember, it's a 2K. But yeah, she's a 2K image right here. No rigging, no skinning, nothing. A picture. Hey, you go in there, a picture. All right, and this is another take when I actually had her, she had like a little bandana. You know, just another take. But for this one, I told her to put a bandana on when she gets off. That looks beautiful too. So you can see right there, you're like really subtle stuff, but when you're testing these stuff, I mean, this just looks incredible. It looks incredible. She goes down, boom, and she does the same thing pretty much. So the fight scenes, I'm going to do in another video. I'm going to try to separate these two. Here's the other one as well. It looks really good. We're talking about like big woods, big trees, and we have this tiny little girl in there. I mean, this looks incredible. Now, what makes this video gamey was I mounted and locked the camera behind her. So our brains are saying this is a video game. But if I would have added a little bit of camera movement there, it would have looked less video gamey. But I absolutely love this shot. Again, we're testing volumetric fog. We're testing the contrast between brightness and shadows. We're testing muted foliage is my favorite. I don't want it too saturated. Little pockets of light, you know, right here. This tree is blocking it, so it's not going through. It understands. And what's crazy is this is 2.0. 2.5 is coming out next month, allegedly. You know, it's incredible. I love the ocean. You probably noticed it. So I did the underwater as well. If you were to show this to somebody, one of your family members, they would believe it. I mean, it's gotten so much better than when I tried it. And I think the biggest thing is when I tried this in February, March, the resolution was kind of muggy. And that's why I wanted to try it in 4K, because coral reef like this has so much detail. By the way, that flicker is coming from my computer. That's not the actual footage. But that extra bump to 4K makes a lot of difference. And if you like it sharp, you can post sharpen this if you want. You know, but it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, so this is the one that we just generated. It's a beautiful white tiger. I would never get close to this thing, but I've always wanted to like photograph it or take a video of it.
Its big blue eyes, when opened, can see.
So anticlimactic. But yo, I again, I kid you not. This, he got snowfall falling down. It's beautiful, man. Look at this, the imperfection. The snow on the hair. That's just crazy to me. That's pretty much it for this video. Yo, if y'all want to check it out, obviously go to Higsfield. I'll put the link in the comments in the description below. They are one of the first ones who came out with 4K pretty quickly. So again, that's one of the perks. But my goodness, man, that is absolutely beautiful.